Hello, this is the Mighty OB'a once again here with our weekly sports update on clbTV, 1080 AM WUFO, and YouTube, right here with our weekly sports update. A lot going on in the NFL, as you know by now. The National Football League Players Association has decertified itself and filed an antitrust lawsuit against the owners of the NFL and decertified its existence. That means that they have filed a class action suit against NFL owners and are now moving towards trying to bring a new CBA agreement by litigation. There is no more collective bargaining, and that is now off the table. That will not happen unless there is an agreement between the players and now the owners. But this cannot happen. It is over. Let me tell you. This is going to be something that could take a little while. It is now in the hands of the courts. It is not in the hands of the union anymore. It's decertified itself, and it is now in the court's hands. Who does this play into? I think this plays into Demarius Smith. Demarius Smith is now in his ballpark, which is the court. The court is where things happen for a lawyer. And I think this was the avenue in which he wanted. A lot of people are giving him flack for making this happen by decertifying the union, but this puts it right in his ballpark against the owners, and that is in the courtroom. Where is a lawyer at his best? In the courtroom. Much different than Gene Upshaw, and that's why I believe that this is the route the players have gone. What needs to happen for there to be a season and get this lockout over? Well, I think there's some things that need to be taken off the table by ownership. One is the 18-game season. This is not a sport that you want to make longer. Can there be a compromise? Yes, there can be a compromise. You can eliminate 2 preseason games and possibly go to a 17-game season. Will this happen? I don't think so either. But that is a compromise that you can put on the table as far as an 18-game season. An 18-game season I will never foresee happening in the NFL. Players, I've not heard one player ever say that they're for an 18-game season. Would they compromise to a 17-game season with the elimination of a lot of this OTA time and 2 preseason games? That is a possibility that could happen sometime in the not too near distant future. The guaranteeing of contracts based on injury and injury settlements is going to be a key issue here. I think that the NFL has gotten away with having non-guaranteed contracts, whereas other sports have guaranteed contracts. I understand that the game is as such that there are catastrophic injuries that you need to be able to move in and out of contracts in order to keep your rosters filled, but the players are looking to protect themselves a little better. The average NFL player's lifespan is only 3.4 years and could fall to 3.2 years with an extended schedule. So these are things you got to look at as far as health of players, contracts. Are these things going to be settled with this negotiation process? Also, the fact of an 18% pay cut. I don't know of any union that can represent its clientele by accepting any form of a give back. And the owners have basically asked the NFL players for 18% pay cut. They want 18% of the money put back in the pool for ownership and not the players. The players want that money spread out amongst veteran players that have earned a right to earn those types of dollars and give them better financial security, better financial protection, and better salaries. Ownership wants to put that money back in their pockets. I think that is a sticking point. I think this is something that can be worked out eventually, but there is no way in representing any form of union that I could accept an 18% pay cut. There's no way that that could happen. Well, moving to the draft, who will the Buffalo Bills take? I think it is now becoming a choice of 2. Robert Quinn or Von Miller. One of those 2 will be the Buffalo Bills' #1 overall pick at the #3 position in the draft. Von Miller, Robert Quinn. In the second round, I think you've got to go for North Carolina's Marvin Austin if he's there. If you can get him, it will solidify yourself on your defensive line and your pass rush. If you've got a healthy Sean Merriman and you draft a Marvin Austin and a Von Miller, man, the Buffalo Bills now become a formidable force from the defensive side of the ball. That is a big, big step, and it could happen in this draft. I think the Buffalo Bills are in a key position with the amount of defensive game changers in this draft that they can make a big change. All right, that's all for us here on clbTV. I am the Mighty OB'a. We'll see you next week with our weekly sports update.